the evening session and Baba's miracle. I saw the light all right.
I've just come out of the ashram there. I've been in there for about 5 hours. It was all very peaceful, and this is when Baba is going to do a miracle. The crowd all stand up and start to surge forward towards him. I can't see anything anymore. I can't see Baba. So I surged forward with the rest of them. I could almost see Baba. I was almost at the front of the queue when security men surrounded me, told me to go back because I was a patient. I had to go back. I said, I'm not your patient. I'm just going to stay. I'm fine here. I'm not causing any problem. One guy put his foot against the front of the chair and started pushing me backwards. I then whacked the chair against him and just said, look, just don't do that. Another one grabbed my arm. Another one grabbed my other arm. One had my shoulders like that. And they pushed me as fast as they could through the crowd, backwards, forwards. I was punching them and yelling at them. I don't want to come here again. I'm not interested in Baba. I'm not interested in any of it. It's a complete load of bollocks. You don't get confused when you come to walking around. Spoon bending. He's going to bend a spoon for us now. Let us film it.
See near the metal, look. So I go like this, and I say bend. There it's, see it's beginning.
Is that now like really soft?
No!
Could I mean if
Touch it. Wait, wait. And there's no heat, nothing. Look, come in here, I'll put it, let me put it down here. Actually, you see there's still movement, it curls outwards, very slowly. See?
Oh yeah. It's even more bent.
Oh yeah, it does continue bending.
Why is that happening?
No.
You don't even know, or do you just not tell him?
I was 4 years old when I was eating soup, and I put the spoon into my mouth, it started bending and actually broke.
It's completely bent.
Yeah. I'll sign it for you.
Fitting all this praying into your hectic student day, is it not just a bit of a pain in the neck?
Well, actually, no. I think it's actually, I mean, it's a really important part of the day for me. I really do actually look forward to doing it.
While Zara's in there praying, I'm just taking the chance to have a chat to the camera about how I'm feeling about the day. And I am totally gasping for a drink now and for something to eat. And I'm feeling like I've pretty much had enough. But then I haven't got the spiritual fix that Zara's getting right now in there, doing her ritual, and that's what it is. We're praying 5 times a day. They're not drinking, not eating. It's all about her making real her connection with God. And it's a rule, but she wants to do it. She's getting something from it. She sees it like meditation. But what I do get from being with Zara is this sense of true and utter passion about what she believes. There's no question, no doubt whatsoever. She's lifted by it. She's a happy, cheerful person. And I think that's because she reckons that God's looking over her and she believes it, and it makes her feel great.
The journalist and broadcaster Andrew Slorance, who was left paralysed after falling from a tree as a child. Andrew interviewed Christopher Reeve for a documentary 4 years ago. Oh, okay, yeah. Andrew.
I mean, if Jeff is saying that he would take that cure if it were available, then surely he must support the people that are trying to find it and the work that Christopher Reeve was doing.
I do, and I hope this isn't coming across as not supporting the work he does, but it's just different priorities.
You've made that clear. Jeff Holt, thank you very much indeed for that. Andrew Slorance, thank you as well.
I'm curious to experience a real outdoor pagan ceremony. I've met up with a group in the woods, but I admit I find it all a bit baffling.
So now you've got raven wings on your head. Why?
The traditional shamanic idea is that if you're wearing an animal or something belonging to an animal, you imbue the spirit of that animal with your own spirit, and the two join together.
And it represents the ability to transcend the limits of the physical. It represents the ability to journey spiritually, as we've been working on together, you know, that in spirit journeys you can fly and all that sort of thing. So wings are a very obvious thing to wear.
Is there a reason your wings are bigger than anyone else's?
I am the boss druid. No.
Sitting in the woods with a group of pagans with bird wings fixed to their heads was a lifetime first for me. It's easy to see how such a ritual could be misconstrued, but I can't say I felt very at ease. That was pretty weird, and I didn't want to use that word because it does sound like I'm being derogatory in some way, but I found that quite far out. So far my meditation sessions with Geo have just involved two people sitting in a room or on the phone meditating and talking about sort of spiritual things. But I guess really it's not as weird as perhaps seems in the first instance. In the Catholic Church, we will drink red wine to represent the blood of Christ. That's pretty weird. So, what seems pretty far out is maybe just not understood.
They're listening to what's been said and what's going on here today. But it's a warning, we get it as a warning to say, that we don't go to Tara Cove. Don't go there.
So this is all about Aboriginal way? Yep. Go with it, see what happens. You can't plan, and this is just a perfect example of we can't plan anything. As you said, we can't go up to the mountain, up to the sacred place now, that we're being told not to. That's why the crows are here. They're telling us not to go. I certainly felt serious spirituality going on there. When those crows were around, that was very eerie feeling.
I hope that in years to come we're not going to look back with horror that we prevented the progress of medicine and that people continue to be paralysed, continue to suffer, continue to die of organ failure.
John Harris, what would you say it was?
I would absolutely agree with those last remarks.
I'm on my way home from Nikki's funeral. Pretty heavy duty stuff really. 2 months ago we were filming Clyde and Nick making up Nikki's coffin. It all seemed quite kind of light-hearted, but today it was as real as it gets. Yet that light-heartedness still shone through in them all. Although Fahid had tears, I think he believes that she's passed over into another life and that that's what the purpose of today was. And what a nice way to deal with a loss, is to think you've helped them carry on in their life. So those coming from a different belief, have they got it wrong from what you're thinking?
To me, the good Muslim or Hindu or Buddhist or whatever, arriving in heaven and throwing open the gates and seeing standing there Jesus, their creator, in the flesh. If there were any such thing as disappointment in heaven, they would say, if only we had known when we were on this earth that you were this to us.
Do you ever yourself worry that you might get to the gate of heaven and go, if only I had known, and Jesus isn't there?
That's not an option, no.